Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a video on everything wrong with Animal Jam. There's some very bad problems in the game that really need to be fixed. Also, these are in no particular order. If you go into the pillar room, there is a bunch of annoying role-playing, which isn't a big problem, but then all of a sudden somebody comes out and starts saying either extremely inappropriate things in front of a bunch of young kids playing Animal Jam, or somebody comes up to you and gives you weird symbols like hearts, or says, I need some boy or girl or something like that, and it's really, really annoying. Another wrong thing with Animal Jam is all of the scammers. So somebody may say something like, and then they take your item and never give you the item you promised. So that's a really, really easy way to do it. Another thing wrong with Animal Jam is all of the hackers. I have been hacked multiple times. Once I lost the equivalent of like a black lung. It was I lost a lot that time. And people will value friends or items over friends, and that's really sad. That's a bad thing to have in this community. Another problem is that the community is really mean sometimes and very short with people. So like you may make an offer and then somebody will say really harshly or in a very rude way, no, or go trade somebody else, or say something rude, and that's just not a necessary response. Something else I hate is when Animal Jam removes items that could have been very easy to fix. So like the Scullies, those were inappropriate on a panda, but all they had to do was just change the panda's rolling, which was its play, and which they did ultimately, and then the problem would have been solved. But instead they got rid of an item that people traded a lot of rares for or bought with their own gems, and people just wasted items on nothing. Something else wrong with Animal Jam is where you trade somebody and then like 5 seconds later they're like, let's trade back. And it's really hard to do it, and it's also really hard to not. It depends. Like if your buddy says that, you'll probably say, okay, sure. Like I did that once with my buddy. But then you miss your item and it just kind of feels bad that it feels like you got scammed out of it. Something else I find really annoying is when you're joking around, like say you have a necklace on trade and you're like, trade me a second glitched ring, magenta necklace on trade. People overreact so much. They're like, it's a scam, guys, and all of these things, and then I get reported, then I get suspended for absolutely nothing, and over nothing, just because I was trying to be funny. Hi, nice to meet you. Another annoying thing is when you try to make an offer and then they say no, and then you try to make another offer and they just ignore you or block you, or if somebody unbuddies you and then they run away when they agreed to your offer. Another thing is when it's a type of scam, and this happened to me before actually when I was trying to get a red straw hat, but somebody says they want something and then you have to go out and trade for it. And then when you come back, either they say, oh, I want this item that you had and you offered me before that you traded for the new item. Nothing much. That you trade for the new item, and then they'll want that back, and then you explain that to them, and they're like, oh no, I wanted both of that, even though they said that they didn't. Or they end up waiting until you trade, and then unbudding you and leave you when you traded your rare items that you worked really hard for nothing, for something maybe worth less that because you ever traded to get the item you wanted very quickly. Since I'm currently a non-member, I also find it, I think it's a problem, but Animal Jam is turning into, I know they have to make money somehow, and they make money by memberships and the gift cards and everything, but they're taking away things that members used to do, and or non-members used to be able to do, and making them member. Like before, used to be able to gift people as a non-member. You used to be able to have free chat as a non-member. Now they took both of those things away, and that's just really not fair. Personally, I think I don't think they should change something that is already like a rule of Animal Jam, because I know I'd really like to have free chat as a non-member, but instead I can't type anything I want, and that's really frustrating to me because I can't chat with my buddies. Something else horrible is getting suspended for no reason. So you may say words in a certain order that Animal Jam doesn't like, and then they will suspend you, and you're gonna have to wait some time period. Like one time, my friend and I both got suspended at the same time for, I think, saying the same thing, and it was for a whole week, and I had to be a non-member for a whole week, and with no free chat, none of my items, and that was really bad because it was their fault, and I contacted them about it, and they said that they couldn't do anything, of course, because they don't care about us at all. Another annoying thing, and a problem with Animal Jam, is Animal Jam headquarters. Whenever you try to email them about a problem or send them a message about a problem, they just say, "We can't do this," and they always send you back some generic response. I mean, if they don't have the staff to be able to give jammers what they deserve, and, like, say I got scammed out of some item, they used to give you diamonds or gifts back. Now they don't do that anymore, and they always give you the same generic response, which is like, "We have highly trained moderators all the time that will deal with issues." You know what? Moderators can't stop something from happening. They wait until it's done, and then they take action. And a lot of times, you are totally ignored. And then they wonder why this community is such a bad place, because they can't fix their own problems. Another problem is when somebody tricks you into being suspended. Like one time, one of my buddies got me suspended for a day that I was going to use trading and making a video, and it was because I said these two words in a certain order, which, by the way, that knowledge got me to, it became helpful sometimes, like when there were people that were being inappropriate that I thought should get suspended, because when I reported them, the moderators didn't do anything, and I'm not going to share what that is, because then people will be getting suspended all across Jamaa, but that did come in handy, but still, then it was at my own loss, and that's just not a nice thing, it's not a cool thing, and that should be stopped somehow. Another problem, and this is with the Animal Jam chat, is there's words that they'll let you say in non-member chat, or whatever you want to call it, or even with free chat, and then when you try to go say it, like before, they fixed it now, I believe, but you didn't used to be able to say devours. It would say your message was blocked because it was inappropriate, even if it was that word alone, and it wouldn't let you chat with your buddies or roleplay or whatever you want to do in Jamaa, and it was their own problem. They wouldn't let you say a word that they were letting you say. Another thing is that I don't think there's enough trust in this community, and I don't mean that like, "Oh, hey, yeah, trust me with your headdress, I'll give it back." But I mean, when you say something, people really don't believe you. Like, if I told you I was hacked a week ago, or I started after I was hacked, this took me a week to get, you wouldn't believe me. But it actually did, and nobody believes you, and then if you say, "I can't add because I have 15 clothes items, 2 of which are necklaces or store-bought items," they'll just say, "Oh no, you weren't. Look, you have a neon bow, you have a silver ring, you have a black straw hat," and nobody believes you, and that sometimes doesn't let you get the items that you want. Also, there's a huge discrimination against non-members. Like, members will treat non-members rudely, they won't believe non-members, and will tell non-members they're scammers, or just something that's obviously not true. Also, when somebody jamagrams you something like, "What for a neon bow?" and you can't jamagram back as a non-member, that's very annoying. Then you have to go to their den which may be locked. Then you have to buddy them, and then it's just a huge mess, and it has a lot of variables that can change, and it's annoying. It's a problem. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy that. Hopefully these problems that I mentioned will get fixed. Tell me if you have any other things that you think are wrong with Animal Jam, and I'll try to reply to your comments, which I probably will definitely be able to, and because I don't have any commenters. And hopefully they fix this and everything. And anyways, thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you in my other videos.